Hey everyone, my name is Haley Wortley, and my venue idea is a multi level venue experience called Husk, which is located in Lincoln, Nebraska. Husk is a multi level venue, bar, storefront, and rooftop that will be serving small plates and craft cocktails. My envision for Husk is that all three levels of my venue will host a unique experience. My inspiration has been drawn from Acme Feed and Seed here in Nashville. Acme is around 28,000 square feet, and my venue is around 8,000 square feet. So I want you all to think small scale Acme Feed and Seed if you have ever been there before. Husk will be Lincoln's first ever multi level venue, which I think will bring something new and refreshing to Nebraska. As far as the town of Lincoln, Nebraska, it is a small Midwestern town around 300,000 in population. We do have two big colleges here, and so it is a college town. The colleges are located near the main entertainment and restaurant area, and so we would definitely be targeting college students. The Haymarket and O Street area is near the university, and those are the high traffic entertainment restaurant areas in town. Lincoln is also near Omaha, Nebraska, which is about 1 million in the metro population, and we hope to draw people from Omaha to Lincoln as well due to our new and refreshing venue in Nebraska. As far as Lincoln and the weather there, we would mainly operate in the spring and summer because we do get all four seasons in Nebraska. And so in the fall and winter, we will still host limited events on the rooftop. But since it does get cold and snowy, we will be limited as to what we can do on the rooftop. As far as Husk demographic and market, we will be targeting college upperclassmen that are 21 and older, young adults, and niche genre music lovers. As you can see here, we are the Star. This is where our location is located, and we are within radius, within 1 mile or so of Pinnacle Bank Arena, which is the largest venue in Lincoln. It houses about 15,000 in capacity and hosts multiple entertainment related events. And then the historic Haymarket right down here is the restaurant and bar area. And then to our right is the University of Nebraska Lincoln City campus, which is where most of the college students live and work. Dropping down, we see here where it says O Street. This is a main area where our competition lies. These are small to mid-sized venues and bars that are in this area that would be our competition. So we are located within a mile of all of these places, which makes for really good, healthy competition. As far as Lincoln's curfew, their bar curfew is 2 a.m. And from experience and what I have heard from my peers that go to UNL, most upperclassmen college students stay out that late every weekend, starting as early as Wednesday nights. And so I think that if we were to be open until 2 a.m. on the weekends, we definitely would have that need in Lincoln, and we would get business at that time of night. There are certain noise ordinances in Lincoln that I was concerned about before looking into it for my rooftop. And in Lincoln, we are zoned into certain noise-sensitive zones, and we are not affected by this due to our location. We are not in a noise-sensitive zone. A noise-sensitive zone would include schools, old folks' homes, churches, places like that. And so we are not in those zones. And then as far as Lincoln's weather and their seasons, we do get all four seasons, so we would mainly operate in the spring and summer. And in the fall and winter, we would have limited events on the rooftop, which I will get into later. And for our mission and purpose statements, we at Husk will strive to provide varied music and entertainment experiences within our unique approach to Lincoln's first ever multi-level venue. We really want to spotlight Lincoln as a culturally and musically diverse place, and I think that Husk will develop and enrich Lincoln's downtown entertainment space by bringing Husk to this location. And we hope to be a part of the continuance of fueling its music scene with community and passion. Our purpose at Husk We are centered in the heart of the Midwest and will become the pulse of the music ecosystem in Lincoln by continually providing unique entertainment experiences for all. Like I said, at Husk, we have 3 levels that all host a unique experience. And so I think our main purpose is to provide unique experiences for all. So as far as the physical location, this is the building I have chosen to work with. Right here is the front of the building. These are all of the parking spots that we have. There's about 10 parking spots in the front. I plan on renting these out for VIP packages during the summer, rooftop series, or just as spots for the record store in the daytime for parking. This blue door is the main entrance, which I plan on widening and making double doors to make it more handicap accessible and open to the public. I have built out the rooftop as kind of what it's going to look like, so we're going to add an extra level to the building. And then this is a side of the building, and as you can see, there's 2 garage stalls that kind of shoot through the first floor, which I will get into more into in the floor plan, but we'll mainly be using those for storage. So here is just a bird's eye view of the space. We have the side of the building, the front of the building with those 10 spaces for parking, and to our left we have public parking underneath the overpass, which I foresee us using, but I do not know how many spots will be available every day due to it being public parking. On L Street, 2 blocks north of us, there is a public parking garage, and the first hour is free. So I foresee my guests using this parking garage a lot to come to events or to stop by the record store during the day if the front parking is full. The total square footage of my venue is 8,000 square feet with functional square footage of 7,200 square feet. Each level has the same amount of square footage at a functional square footage of 1,800 square feet, and this does not include the basement. The total capacity of my venue is 720 people. 75% of that total cap is 540. The first 2 levels have the same amount of capacity due to it all being standing room, and their 75% of capacity is 135 people. The 3rd level and rooftop, I cut the capacity in half due to it being standing and seated room, and so at 75% capacity on those 2 levels, we'd have 67 people. To give you guys a better idea of what Husk is, I wanted to break it down by level. The first level would include the back of house amenities, storage, and the ticketing booth that I'll get more into on the floor plan in the next few slides. The second level is going to be a record and merchandise store that also houses local vendors in a rental space. And this second level is going to be all ages. The 3rd level is going to be a venue and bar space that serves small plates and craft cocktails, and this will be mainly 21 and up. The rooftop is going to be an entertainment space with a venue and small cocktail bar, which will also be 21 up most days. So breaking it more down by level, the first level is going to include the back of house amenities, and we really want to make sure that our guests and our artists are comfortable while they are playing at our venue, and so we're going to have a bathroom with a shower, washer dryer, a lounge space, an office space for managers. The small kitchen space is going to be used to make those small shareable plates. And then we have 2 garage stalls that are going to be used for back of house storage and setup. And then 1,800 in functional square footage on the first level. The front entrance is also going to be built out and utilized for the ticketing booth area. And this is also where guests will enter for the shows on each level. The second level is a record and merchandise store that will also have a small acoustic stage setup. We also plan on renting out certain portions of the space to local vendors to show off their crafts and clothing as well. We will host acoustic in-store performances and open mic days. If you guys have ever been to Grimey's record store here in Nashville, we foresee doing shows similar to how they do their shows. And also, this is going to be 1,800 in functional square footage. We'll have bathrooms that are going to be accessible to the front of house, and we'll be open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. This level is an all ages welcome level, and so we really hope to host a variety of events that focus on each age level. The third level is going to be our main venue and bar area, and we're going to host a variety of events, not just concerts. So we will host karaoke nights, comedy nights, etc. I really foresee us having like a wraparound bar towards the back end of the room as more as just like another social gathering space to create community. We'll also be serving craft cocktails and have an extensive beer menu. I really want to highlight local drafts throughout Nebraska, and we'll also have national bottled beer as well. Along with this, we'll have our small shareable plates, and we'll have standing and seated room in this venue area. The space on the third level will be rentable, and so I will break those numbers down more in the next few slides. It is 1,800 functional square footage like the last few levels, and will be open Tuesday through Sunday, 4 p.m. to 2 p.m. And the third level will be 21 and up after 7 p.m. So this gives us a chance for families to come in and eat dinner on the third level, and then have our 21 and up entertainment after 7 p.m. The rooftop is going to be a venue, cocktail bar, and a gaming activities area. It'll have the largest stage, and we really want to have a variety of events up there, which is why I have included a gaming activities area. We are going to host concerts, summer concert series, and genre-specific weekend concerts. We plan on partnering with Lincoln Calling Music Festival and Jazz in June. Lincoln Calling Music Festival is a festival that is held in Lincoln every year, and they highlight multiple venues around town by having a moving festival, and so we really think that we would provide a really cool experience at our venue if we were a part of it. And then we plan on having the gaming activities, which would include like life-size Connect 4, chess, cornhole, etc. Just another place to hang out on the rooftop and just experience something different. We'll also have standing and seated room. The rooftop will be rentable space as well to guests, and it's 1,800 functional square footage. We'll be open Tuesday through Sunday, 4 p.m. to 2 a.m., which is the same hours as the third level, and we'll be 21 and up after 7 p.m. Now I will be showing you all the venue blueprints by level. This is the first floor. This is going to be used for the back of house amenities. So as a guest, you would enter through these double doors and, grab your ticket to the show, get scanned in. This is where like the COVID procedures would be happening. And then you are either going to take the elevator up the stairs or take the stairs. And then this door is where the kitchen staff will be running plates out to the upper levels. And then this is the kind of weird garage stall that shoots through the middle of the first floor that I foresee us using for storage. This is the artist lounge, which I wanted to make it a comfortable place for guests, and so I've kind of built it out as, there's a lot of space to sit and there's space to eat and kind of relax. And then this is the office for the managers and whatever needs to be done in there. I have put the sinks on the outside of the bathroom so people can use them, before dinner time or whatnot, just to make it easier for guests. And then this is a bathroom, which also has a washer and dryer in it. This is the second garage stall storage that I have built out to have a freight elevator in it for the stage setup, whatever else it needs to be used for events. That'll be right there on the first level. So this is the second level of Husk. You will enter either up through the stairs or the elevator. Straight ahead is going to be the vendor rental space, which I will rent out to local vendors around town to showcase their work. To the left is our stage, which will have the acoustic in-store performances and open mic days. These gray slats are going to be the record stands, which I can foresee guests having standing room right here and also standing throughout the stands for the shows. This is a register that'll be used for purchases, and then we also have a men and women's bathroom up here that can be used for guests. And carrying on, the freight elevator does make it up to the second level, which can be used for back of house needs. So here is our third level of Husk. It's going to be the main entertainment space. You'll enter in through the elevator or up the stairs, and straight ahead is a wraparound bar, which I'm really excited for. I can see this being a place to socially gather and meet new people in Lincoln, which we're all really about community here at Husk. To our left is the seated venue space and how it would look like if we had a seated event. I also can foresee us taking out these tables and chairs and having a standing room only event with the wraparound bar as well. And so here we have the women's restroom and men's restroom, and then the freight elevator does follow us up the stairs to the third level, which will again be used for back of house needs. So here's the rooftop of Husk. You'll enter in once again through the elevator up the stairwell. Straight ahead is a smaller wraparound bar compared to the third level, and then to the left is the activities and game space, which will have the life-size Connect 4, chess, cornhole, all of those types of things. And then straight ahead is the standing room for the stage. The stage is a lot bigger than the third level stage. And then just kind of around the border of the space, we have just a lounge space area, a place for people to gather and just socialize and have fun. We also have a little fire pit here going on. And then to our left is the freight elevator once again that follows us up to the rooftop level. The overall appearance and vibe of Husk is going to have bold pops of color and a retro feel to it. Based on Lincoln's demographics and their needs, I want it to be inviting but not too upscale looking. When you move from the third floor to the fourth floor, I want there to be different color schemes on each floor so guests notice an apparent difference in the overall aesthetic and vibe of each floor. So here's an example of how the rooftop could look, once again with the bold pops of color and just lots of seating available. Here's what the gaming and activity space could look like on the rooftop. Here's an example of the wraparound bar. And then this is the Bowery Electric in New York City. I really like how the stage is set up and the overall aesthetic of it. And I think that this is how the third floor stage is going to look like. Now I'll be breaking down the monthly revenue streams by level. So here's the monthly revenue broken down for the second level. I want you guys to focus on the highlighted numbers because there are a lot of numbers on this slide. So for the record store, we will make around $6,350 a month through our music revenue streams. That's going to be the records and CDs we sell. Husk merchandise, which will be available in store and online. And then we will also be renting out a portion of the space, so we will have around $1,500 a month from that. So that totals us at $6,350 a month for the record store sales. And then the ticketed acoustic in-store performances, we plan on having around 5 shows a month. The ticket average will be around $15, and we plan on having 50% cap on all of these days, which will bring us $6,750. So our total monthly revenue for the second level will be $13,100. So for the third level monthly revenue, once again, I want you guys to focus in on the highlighted numbers. So for food and beverage, on our busier days, Thursday through Saturday, we're going to make more money a month, and we foresee a higher spending price per head at $15, which will bring in about $12,000 a month. On Sunday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, we'll have our slower days at $12 per head, and we'll get around $8,000 per month from that. Our food is going to be, once again, small shareable plates, appetizer-based menu items at $6 to $15. And our beverages, these prices are based off of kind of different bars in Lincoln. So our cocktails in Lincoln aren't going to be $15 like they are here in Nashville. So we have $7 to $9 for cocktails, and draft beer kind of ranges depending on if you pick a local draft or a national draft. And then we'll also have weekend brunch specials and happy hour. Our ticketed shows are going to bring in about $6,000 a month. We'll have concerts, comedies, just a variety of events going on. We'll have around 6 shows a month with a $15 ticketed average. Our rentable space is going to bring in about $3,000 a month. We have 1,800 square feet available, and we'll have 2 events a month, and we'll also open the opportunity to have an open bar for these guests at $50 per person. And then our cover fees are going to be $5 covers on Fridays and Saturdays. We'll have an average of 5 days a month for cover fees, and there's going to be no cover with a ticketed event, which will bring us $1,675. So our overall total monthly revenue for the third level is $30,541. Lastly, for our monthly revenue for the rooftop, this is going to be during the peak season, which is April through October, during the nicer weather in Nebraska. So we're going to have food and beverages, which is going to average to be around the same revenue as the third level, which will be busier on Thursday through Saturday and slower on Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll have the same food and beverage available on the rooftop. We plan on having ticketed shows on the rooftop. We'll have 6 shows a month with a higher ticket average of $20 compared to the third level, which will bring us to around $8,000 a month. Within this, we'll have our summer concert series, which will be held May through August on the weekends. We will have VIP packages, single-day tickets, weekend passes, and we plan on having 4 series a summer, which is going to bring us to $1,675 per series. We plan on renting out the space, and so we'll have 1 event a month for $2,000, and the open bar will be available to guests as well. We plan on having a cover fee, which is going to be $5 per head on the weekends, and there will be no cover with the ticketed events. So our monthly revenue, April through October on the rooftop, is $33,226. Our main source of monthly revenue for the rooftop during the colder seasons, which is going to be November through March, will be from the installation of our heated igloos and curated food and drink menu items. So these heated igloos will be available to rent for 90 minutes, and 6 igloos will be available. We hope to average about 15 reservations a night, and will allow parties of up to 5 to be in each igloo. So here to the right is the Bobby Hotel. They also have this heated igloo concept during the winter months, and they actually require a $250 food and beverage minimum for each igloo, which I think for Lincoln, Nebraska's demographic, that just doesn't make sense to us. And so we have lowered that food and bev min, and we are going to do $180 per igloo. So with that, we'll also have specialty seasonal food and beverage menu items. We'll be open on the weekends from 5 to 11 p.m., and there will be no cover fee. So with that, our monthly revenue for the rooftop, November through March, will be $24,300. So for our total monthly revenue, we will be having 2 amounts due to Nebraska experiencing all 4 weather seasons. So April through October, we will be fully operating all 4 levels, and we will make $76,867. November through March, we will only be partially operating the rooftop with the heated igloos, so we will be making about $10,000 less, and we will make $67,941 in total monthly revenue. So for our monthly expenses, our rent is going to be $8,000 a month, which that comes from our 8,000 in square footage. For staff budget, you double that, so we'll be paying $16,000 a month for staff. For food and beverage, you also double the rent, so we will be paying $16,000. And for talent fees, we triple the rent cost, so it'll be $24,000 a month for talent fees, which adds us up to our total monthly expenses of $64,000. So here's a closer look at our startup capital and costs and how we plan to break even. So $720,000 is our startup capital, and then $750,000 over our startup capital is our startup cost, giving us a beginning balance of negative $750,000. This is our monthly revenue when we are operating all levels of Husk, and this is our fixed monthly expenses, which brings us to negative $737,133. And then moving down the flow of things, this is May and this is June. We're still operating that rooftop fully open. And then we get up to the beginning balance of November. So, of October, I mean. So this is when we are going to have a different monthly revenue, and we are only going to be partially open on the rooftop. So that leaves us with kind of a slower break-even process. We'll be at negative $655,990 on November 1st, 2022. These next numbers I have just built out for the year end for these years. As you can see, we're still trying to break even throughout these years. The process is a little bit slower just because we aren't fully operating the rooftop, but we still are making income on the rooftop. And then by January 1st, 2028, we'll hit that under negative 100,000 amount, and we will start to break even. And I will get to the next slide, which will announce our break-even date. So our targeted break-even date is November 2028. We had a startup capital of $720,000, and we anticipate to start up our renovation process in August 2021 to make sure that we can have a grand opening in March 2022. So once we break even November 2028, we'll start to see that monthly revenue come in at a larger amount, and we'll still have those fixed monthly costs of $64,000 a month. At this point, you all have seen the venue idea and how it is broken down by level along with the revenues and expenses. So now we will look at the SWOT analysis. For strengths, I believe that one of our strengths is holding a variety of events, so there's something for everybody. And after the show ends, guests can stay under our roof and enjoy the after-concert buzz by grabbing a drink or some food with friends. Like I said, it's a first ever multi-level venue in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's set in a prime location, as I have shown you guys. It's close to nightlife and the targeted population. The opportunities, no other comparable venue in Lincoln, and it's been years since a venue in Lincoln has been opened. So the market is definitely looking for a new refreshing venue space. Our weaknesses, we will definitely have loss of income, as you have seen, because of the winter months with no events on the rooftop and just the heated igloos. Definitely major renovations need to be done, and we still have to build out the rooftop space, so that's going to cost a lot of money. Also, just managing all of the events that are going to go on at the same time and throughout the day. We might have an event going on in the second level record store area as we prepare for night events on the third level and the rooftop. So just managing those events and having the right organizational skills will be necessary. And like I said, we cannot make revenue on parking during events because we only have limited spots. So definitely that's going to be a downside for us as well. The threats, we will definitely be competing with the local venues and bars that I mentioned on O Street. They have definitely established themselves in Lincoln, and they will be targeting the same population as us as well. COVID-19 is always going to be a threat throughout the next few years and foreseeable future, and so just navigating that and doing the proper things to keep our venue open will be important. Omaha, Nebraska is nearby. It's about an hour away and has a larger music ecosystem. But I think that although this is a threat, this can be an opportunity for us as well, because Omaha does not have a multi-level venue or a rooftop venue. And so we can bring something new to the table in Nebraska in general and grab those fans from Omaha and bring them down to Lincoln. To wrap things up, I wanted to end with our COVID-19 statement. This is a longer statement, but to highlight some points, I just really want to say that we value our customers, guests, and employees, and we're committed to you all to do our best in making sure that we can maximize our entertainment experiences here at Husk and minimize all health concerns. So we will be monitoring Nebraska's COVID-19 directed health measures and protocols and making sure that we prioritize you all in that way. We want to get back out there and have live events, and so we are going to do everything that we can on our end of things to make sure that we can all come together soon at Husk. Thank you all for taking the time and interest to listen about my venue idea that is located in Lincoln, Nebraska. My name is Haley Wortley. I am the owner of Husk, and I have left my contact information for you all here to reach out to me with any further questions or interest in investing in my venue. Thank you.